Referee Luke Bland checks his watch, makes sure every Rochdale player is behind Martin Ridyard, and we are underway here at Spotland. That's a fumble from Kobe Nicol, but the ball has gone backwards. And Nicol with the first carry of the game. Punchard in at dummy half onto Maltese international Kane Demek. Demek playing at prop forward this afternoon instead of his usual place in the back row. Cornwall with a chance to test this Rochdale line inside the opening 2 minutes here at Spotland. Carry by Boots. Collins goes left to Black. Brown's chimed into the three-quarter line. Oh, Aronson just couldn't quite pick the pass up. It was a little bit in front of him. I think if he'd have gathered cleanly, he would have been in at the corner. But it's a promising start from the Chuffs and a let-off for Rochdale. Dean Meadows supporting the Blonde Rinse is stopped by Collins and Lloyd. And now Ridyard onto McNally on the bounce to Briley. Will Briley go on the outside? No, he cuts back inside, but he's well wrapped up by Aronson and Cullen. And Wheatman out there on the touchline. He's bundled out of bounds. And Cornwall have defended that promising Rochdale attack well, and will start with a scrum in centre of field. Roden's the dummy half to Wells. McNally running out the back. Short ball from McNally to Harrop. And Miles Harrop is over for Rochdale's first try of the afternoon. With 12 minutes gone here at Spotland. It's Rochdale 4, Cornwall 0. Cullen is stopped just 3 metres shy of the Rochdale line. Brown in at the dummy half. Flat ball to Boots to try and power his way over. And Boots is stopped on his backside by 3 Rochdale defenders. The referee, Luke Bland, is saying to the home side, back on the goal line. And Collins' pass is a little bit behind Lloyd, and Lloyd is driven back there. That's a brilliant tackle. And Cornwall will have to start again up this short side with Wheatman. Wheatman's hit high by Roden. That looked like a nasty one. Aidan Roden looked like he had both feet off the ground. Sam Wickets, the Cornwall physio, is on the pitch immediately to tend to David Wheatman. And I think Aidan Roden could be in trouble here. That looked a bad one. Wheatman is back up on his feet and looks like he'll be able to continue. The referee, Luke Bland, has consulted with his touch judge here on the main grandstand side here at Spotland, and he's called Aidan Roden over. It will be a Cornwall penalty. Will there be any further action? It's 10 minutes in the sin bin for Roden. Well, I think he's lucky there just to escape with a yellow card, and that's the point that Aronson and Luke Collins are making. But Rochdale are down to 12 men temporarily. Punchard will play the ball to Collins now. Lloyd tries to power his way over the line, but he's crawling towards it and he's held up just short. Cornwall 2 metres away. Rochdale a man light. Aidan Roden in the bin. Can the Chuffs capitalise? It's with Punchard. They're loading up on this right-hand side. Small out to Kobe Nicol. And Kobe Nicol makes no mistake for his second try of the season. And that is nothing more than Cornwall have deserved. In this opening 20 minutes, they have been by far the better side in both attack and defence. And now they are rewarded on the scoreboard. Brown with what looks like a tough conversion, especially for a right-footed kicker. But that looks promising. It's better than that. It's between the uprights. And Cornwall lead by 6 points to 4 thanks to Cameron Brown's successful conversion. Meadows with the old-fashioned facial on Simpson, but eventually the Australian gets to his feet, plays the ball to Collins. Black onto Courage. McClarney making his debut for Cornwall from the interchange bench. Collins in at dummy half to Punchard. Last tackle. Punchard will just hoist the ball out wide, looking for Nicol. Nicol's got his hands to it, ahead of Forber. Small will dot down, but the referee's whistle has blown. Correctly so as well. He's ruled that it went forward off of Kobe Nicol's hand, but it was another good opportunity for Cornwall and another good end of the set. Rochdale will have to bring the ball out from inside their own 20-metre zone. Nathan Conroy will play the ball to Punchard. Conroy, who's on as an interchange, and well, Killen seemed to go down with his head there and his elbow on Punchard. Punchard will get up and play the ball. Now something's been said, and there's a melee as both teams run in, and Punchard appeared to push Killen there. He certainly didn't like the elbow or the contact to his head from Ben Killen as both sets of players rush in, and the three officials are on the pitch as well to try and restore some order. What will the referee decide to do here? The referee, Luke Bland, taking a report from his touch judge on the far side here at Spotland, who was probably in the best position to see exactly what happened in that melee. Certainly contact to the head of Punchard by Ben Killen as both captains are called over. Punchard definitely reacted but seemed to push Killen away before the melee broke out. Wheatman and Dwayne Straffer are being spoken to, and the referee's in his back pocket. It's a red card! A red card for Morgan Punchard for reacting to the treatment from Ben Killen. And is there going to be a card for Killen now? No card for Killen, and Cornwall will play the next 48 minutes, a man light. Rochdale are camped under the Cornwall sticks. Roden to Else, tipped on to McNally, almost basketball style, and Forber's picked it up off the floor. And Luke Forber powers over the line. He spun in the tackle, an element of fortune. After McNally's pass hit the deck, he picked it up. And Rochdale take the lead with their second try of the afternoon. Roden looks right, then he looks left, but he goes right into the arms of big Jordan Andrade to Ridyard. Ridyard flicks the ball out the back. That's great hands on to Tommy Brearley, and Straffer. The home captain, Dwayne Straffer, is in. Cornwall are appealing for an obstruction, but the referee's unmoved, and in a blink of an eye, Rochdale have forged ahead against the 12 men of Cornwall. Else finds Meadows, and here's Ridyard. McNally's chimed into the three-quarter line brilliantly. Ratcliffe out to Brierley, and Brierley will stroll in for Rochdale's third try in as many minutes. If the second try was fortuitous, the third one controversial, the fourth of the afternoon for the Hornets was brilliant rugby league football. 40-20 kickers brought Rochdale into range, and here's Else running flat across the line. McNally, great hands. That's Ben Forster, who's brought down 8 metres shy of the Cornwall line by Simpson and Conroy, and here's big Brad Brennan. And Brennan ran straight at Brown and Conroy, and he had too much strength, too much power, and he's over the line for Rochdale's first 4-pointer of the second half. Cameron Brown will restart for Cornwall, who trail by 26 points to 6. Bright start for the Chuffs, but they've suffered since Morgan Punchard was sent off. It's fielded by Andrade, who will charge forward. He's left the ball behind. Wheatman picks up to Conroy, and Nathan Conroy, well, he won't score an easier try than that, but Cornwall won't mind. They've been gifted their second score of the afternoon. Wheatman to Conroy, and Cornwall are on the board again. Cameron Brown just taking some refreshments on board from one of Cornwall's water carriers. I think that's Callum Abbott out on the pitch, and Brown will line up this conversion, one which looks a lot easier and more straightforward than his first attempt, which was tight to the sideline, but he still managed to find the mark. This conversion will favour the right footer. Cornwall's second try, rather fortunate. Andrade, he just wound himself up but seemed to go without the ball, and Wheatman picked up the scraps, fed Conroy, and Conroy just went over the line for his second try in as many games. And Cam Brown tagged 2 extra points onto Cornwall's tally. And yes, he duly obliges as the flags go up. 26 points to 12 to the home side.
I've just sent it again, is it working?
This game has a real you score, we score feel about it. Here's Els scoots away from dummy half and Lewis Els scores. After Cornwall didn't field the kick-off, well, Els was the destroyer-in-chief when these two sides met here at Spotland a year ago. He's been quiet this afternoon, but he has registered his side's second try of this second half. Bailey Black goes in as dummy half with Cornwall just outside their 20-metre zone. Go up the short side with Small. Small manages to offload to Nicol, but Nicol fumbles. The ball's gone backwards. Nicol escapes the clutches of Meadows. Brown. Now Aronson. Will he go on the outside of Briley? Oh, he's shown him a clean pair of heels. He's got Brown supporting on his inside, but Brown has just overrun the pass, and the referee Luke Bland correctly pulls play back for a forward pass. But Cornwall, despite being down to 12 men, are not afraid to play from anywhere inside their own half. Openshaw at dummy half to Ridyard. Ridyard, long raking ball out to Forster. Forster offloads to Els. Els with a spotter juggling. He's now found Ridyard. Ridyard to Meadows. Oh, it's a lovely flick ball out the back to Forber. And Forber's in for his second of the afternoon. Brilliant hands out wide for the Hornets. Killen takes Rochdale to 10 metres from the Cornwall line. They go up the short side. Here's Els onto Andrade. Andrade stretches for the line, but Small and Conroy do well to cut him down. Openshaw is the dummy half. He goes wide to Ridyard. Now McNally. McNally goes through the gap past Cullen and Aronson, and Greg McNally will ghost in underneath the posts. Last one here for the Hornets. Openshaw to Ridyard, who goes for that crossfield kick, looking for Forber, but Nicol's done really well, and Nicol's away, and he finds Brown. Brown with clear ground ahead of him. It's a foot race. Who's got the toes? Meadows is after Brown, but Brown is going to go in under the post. That is a sensational try from Cornwall. Kobe Nicol did brilliantly to defuse the high kick. He set off upfield. He found the support in Brown, and Cornwall have gone 80 metres of the pitch for the best try of the game, their third of the afternoon. After catching his breath, Brown will try and convert his own try from bang in front. Looks a mere formality, but we have seen these miss before. Who will ever forget the 1968 Challenge Cup final, and Don Fox missing for Wakefield Trinity from bang in front of the post. But Cameron Brown for Cornwall makes no mistake, and Cornwall have 18 points on the board here at Spotland. Rochdale with a scrum, and it's Openshaw out to Ridyard. Ridyard, McNally, and Briley will stroll in out wide. Well, Rochdale really made the extra man count there. A scrum in centre of field, and it's Tommy Briley with his second of the afternoon. 14 minutes to go here at Spotland. Rochdale lead by 50 points to 18. That ball's gone loose, and Rochdale play on. Has Briley gone in for his hat-trick? I think he has. Well, surely that was not forward by Connor Ratcliffe before it touched Nathan Cullen's hand, but the referee Luke Bland disagrees. Cornwall stopped, Rochdale played on, and Briley completes his treble. Kobe Nicol, the man who scored Cornwall's opening try in at dummy half. Conroy onto Collins in typically aggressive fashion. Luke Collins into the heart of the Rochdale defence. Conroy went to McClarney, but instead it goes to Black. Now Brown to Cullen. Now Brown again. Oh, that's brilliant from Cornwall with the old-fashioned runaround move. You don't see that very often, but it's worked an absolute treat for the visitors. Cullen to Brown. He knew exactly where the Australian fullback was. Brown's over for his second of the afternoon. Cornwall's fourth overall, and the Chuffs, with 10 minutes to go, are finishing with a flourish. Brown with a chance to convert his own try once more and reliably informed that he's on 98 points in a Cornwall shirt. If this goes over, he will reach the 100 mark, and he duly does with a brilliant touchline conversion. He nailed one like that in the first half from the same side of the ground, and that's another brilliant conversion from Cameron Brown. Will Cornwall have time to restart the match? The penalty in midfield for a ball steal. It's with Nathan Cullen, and the siren goes, but the game's not over as the referee wasn't happy at where Cullen tapped the ball, so we're not quite there yet. It's tipped on to Bailey Black, and Black will just hoist the ball high, looking for Brown and Nicol. Brown nearly gathered the ball, and in the end it's just run dead by Rochdale, and the referee Luke Bland does signal an end to proceedings. An entertaining game here at Spotland. Cornwall defeated by 56 points to 24.